thinking about some old cartoons. Well, this was back in the 80s, and there was this Saturday morning cartoon. I don't remember what it was called though, but all the characters were animals, you know what I mean? And I remember there was this character that was a monkey named Bogey, and he talked like Humphrey Bogart for some reason, right? That was just a character. He always called everybody sweetheart all the time, sweetheart, sweetheart. And the only reason I really remember is because my cousin must have thought that was the shit, right? Because he tried to emulate that, but he got the accent wrong. He always said sweetheart. And so he was called all the neighborhood kids sweetheart, sweetheart. And everybody was always all mad, like, don't call me sweetheart. They're like, what's up with this stupid kid? He's like 6 years old, always calling everybody sweetheart all the time. Especially if they didn't watch the show, they wouldn't even have any context for it. And that was like back at the same time as the Smurfs, and the Smurfs is a good one. That was my jam at the time. I loved the Smurfs. And I was thinking about, you know, like the main bad guy. Sorry, I got like a hair in my nose or some shit. The main bad guy in that show is called Gargamel, and he's like this evil wizard that lives in this little castle, right? And he's always trying to catch Smurfs. And at the very beginning of in the theme, he's like, "Oh, I hate Smurfs." And it's like, well, you're the one that's always looking for Smurfs, you know? Just fucking do something else. But the thing is, see, like I said, he's a wizard, so he has some kind of spell, and he knows how to turn Smurfs into gold. And so that's why he's looking for the Smurfs all the time. But he can't ever find them. He can't ever catch them. Which is crazy to me, right? Because Smurfs are 2 apples high. That's their height. They're 2 apples high. So we're looking at like, what? 5-6 inches tall, right? And they're blue, wearing white clothes in the woods, right? And there's 100 of them. Okay? Now, to make that even crazier, they live in mushrooms, mushroom houses, right? And I remember they even had like upstairs. So, a mushroom, for someone who's 5 inches tall to live in, would have to be a massive mushroom, right? And like I said, there's 100 of these Smurfs. Now you can't find a whole town of giant mushrooms with hundreds of, or 100 blue people living in it. You know, he didn't deserve to find Smurfs. He should have just given up on freaking finding Smurfs, and like, you know, like I said, he's a wizard. He has spells and potions and stuff. He was always like coming up with some kind of wacky potion or something like that. He could have went to the local town, you know, and just fucking made a decent living selling magic and stuff. But no, he has to go out and try to hunt these Smurfs. He must be blind, you know what I mean? He should have come up with a spell to improve his vision. Because like I said, how you can't find 100 blue people that are this tall that live in mushrooms that are like, what, like 2 feet tall? You'd have to 100, and they didn't cohabitate. They all live separately, so that's at least 100. You know, they probably had like little garages and storage sheds made out of mushrooms too. So, I mean, we're talking like a serious town of giant mushrooms, and you can't find that in the woods. You know what I mean? I don't know, that just trips me out. And so that's my musing about cartoons and like you give a shake. Anyway, take it easy.